Hey, I'm back, but I got answers. You know, you watch other people; they ain't got the answers. They ain't figured it out. This whole thing's about figuring out what the poem is about. What is the poem about? What is the poem all about? Well, a lot of people don't realize that the answers are all in the book. It's like Hulu, you know? Huli. Julio? No. But what people don't realize is that, they say something is up his sleeve. Something is up his sleeve. All right? And let's take his sleeve off. This is the sleeve, right? Something's up his sleeve. Right here. It explains what the chase is about. And it says here, this memoir includes a true story about the secret treasure and outrageous dare. It says secret treasure, secret treasure, secret treasure. There's a secret about the treasure. The treasure is actually ancient artifacts, ancient ruins that he's discovered out there. But it says here, unlock the clues, in quotes, secretion. He says, quote, unlock the clues that are scattered among these pages, and you can go home with a bronze chest that is so full of gold and precious jewelry that it's almost too heavy for one person to carry. Forrest said that, and there was end quotes, and Forrest said that if he were younger, he'd go back and get it himself. But that's not as important. What's in the quotes is important, and then if he said that if he was younger, he'd go back and get it himself, that should have been in quotes too, shouldn't it? Except it's not, because it's not as important as what's in the quotes. Because unlock the clues. Do you have a key to unlock the clues? What word is key to unlock the clues, huh? They're scattered among these pages. Scattered among the pages, not just in the poem. The clues are scattered among the pages. He's talking multiple clues and multiple pages. And you can go home with a bronze chest that is so full of gold and pennies. This is like the introduction to some type of contest. Come down to our studios and you can be on The Price is Right, and you can go home with a car. You're not going to find a car. They're going to bring it out and grant it to you if you're the winner. If you're the winner. So what he's stating here is he set up a contest to solve the poem that will lead you to his trove. It doesn't say it will lead you to the treasure. He says the person who figures it out can go straight to the treasure. That's because they're going to be given a title. The promissory note is after he's passed away. They receive his letter of how to go and retrieve it from the safe in the basement of the Denver Museum of Nature. I haven't asked. I go down there and ask. can you give me a tour of the basement? And show me, is there a vault here where people can store artifacts, the historical artifacts, and a lot of museums have a vault, and he could trust the museum to be around for 100 years. He can't trust the bank to be around that long. Yeah, he is. It's my brother. My sister's older. My two brothers are younger. Also thought of that. Yeah. So right there, he's telling you that, you know, if you can figure it out, you can go home with the treasure. It doesn't say you're going to find it and take it home. If you figure this out, then and he says you're going to have to work very hard for it. You're going to look all over for it. Nobody's going to stumble on it. Not even somebody looking all over for it. Because if you're looking all over for it, you're looking to stumble on it. Because if it's buried, you're not going to stumble on it. And you're not going to find it. Third born. Yeah. And then he says further down here, all that will be needed are the clues and some resolve, a little imagination, and maybe a six-pack to help celebrate the thrill of a breathtaking discovery. It doesn't say you need boots on the ground even. No, he doesn't say. You got to read the book or else you look silly because you don't know what you're talking about if you haven't read the book. Yeah, that's what they named him. He got my dad's first name, Robert, and I got my dad's middle name, William. But I was first. But there were a lot of Williams in my family, and the first Mormon to come to America was William. So he says that's why he concealed the cache. The cache. The cache. What is the cache? What is the trove? You know, he never called the treasure a cache. He never called the treasure. He never said the treasure was a cache or a trove. But you're seeking my trove for all to seek. All that will be needed are the clues, some resolve, a little imagination, and maybe a six-pack to help celebrate the thrill of a breathtaking discovery, and I would add, of Atlantis and the Egyptian gods, kings and stuff, queens of Isis, Osiris, and all of them are up. I mean, there's so many thousand figures up there. One of them got to be Osiris, because I got the other guys are up there, so he's up there. One of them's him. I don't know which one's him, but I've probably seen him. And so it may be a six-pack to help celebrate the thrill of a breathtaking discovery. Is that why he told me I was going to get drunk when I went to the Jamie Jordan and we went across to the Blue Corn? And I sat outside. Nate had a lunch there. Nobody knew I was there, but everybody was gathering inside. And then, you know, I was sitting outside on the patio eating because I had Jack with me. And I went in and Forrest was there. And You're going to get drunk tonight. He's like, I wasn't planning on getting drunk. I got to drive back to Colorado. But maybe that's when I was supposed to drink my 6-pack and celebrate. I only had one drink while I was there. Old Eyes, new viewer. Can't wait till you find the trail. I'm not going to find it. I'm going to be given us a sheet of paper, a slip of instructions to go pick it up. That's how the person goes straight to the treasure. That's the only way you're going straight to the treasure, is if he leaves you the instructions after he passes away. There will be an envelope, and there will be instructions in his will. This envelope is to be given to so and so, and that envelope will contain the instructions for. You know, you go up to the Denver Museum of Nature and you present it at the desk. They get the curator and they bring that old Plymouth out of the basement. I bet that Plymouth's in the basement there, huh? It'll be in the parking lot to pick up. Because this is a contest. He tells you right here, this is a contest. That means he had something up his sleeve, doesn't it? Because this is a book sleeve or a dust jacket. Should probably pay a little attention to what's on the backside, too. After retiring from the Air Force in 1960, the author built an art gallery in Santa Fe. And his wife, who was 70, yeah, you just wanted in and now you want out. Yeah, what do you? Oh, no. You got to beg better than that. Oh, yeah? Who you gonna? He's up in my lap. Come here, give me kisses. Come here, Jack. Come here, give me kisses. Give me kisses. Come on. Come on, buddy. Come on up here. Give me a big hug. Oh. Yeah. He's a good dog. Aren't you, Jack? Oh, buddy. Yeah. He You want to see? Huh? Okay, down. All right, I'll let him out. And then I'll get back to the dust jacket. We got wind power today. Which one's looking back? The one on top right is looking back into the valley there. That'd be nice to have the money to rent horses and go riding. I seen one guy, you can rent llamas and take llamas for your pack animals or what, you know. If you got too much to carry, like, you know, you could bring a llama along and you just load the treasure on the llama and haul it out. I seen a guy, he had a whole horse trailer up on top of the mountain up there where you can see Treasure Mountain. And he had a horse, and I go walk around the radio tower, and the guy's got 3 llamas out there. You know? I guess a llama might be more susceptible to mountain lions than a horse. A horse might be kind of big for a mountain lion to try and tackle, but a llama, I have a friend in California, and his neighbor had llamas, and the mountain lions got the llamas. But so something up his sleeve explains the treasure right here. that you're looking to make a breathtaking discovery. What's a breathtaking discovery? Finding King Tut. They just found Osiris's tomb. It's 100 feet below the pyramid. 100 feet down. Just like Thoth said that there's secrets are hidden down there in the inverted apex of the pyramid, that you could find it down there. And they got these ground penetrating. They found chambers with the radar looking down in the ground. They knew there were voids down there, and they went down 100 feet and found the chamber with Osiris's tomb. I wonder if his phallus was actually missing. That's one way to identify Osiris, because all his body parts were put back together, but he was missing his phallus. And that's what the obelisk is all about. Yeah. It says he last day or so down there in Mexico. Did you go to Tulum? I went to Tulum. That was a fun place. I spent 4 days down there. The stick hut I was in. The stick hut I was in down there, you can see through the walls, man. Because there's sticks and there's gaps in between the sticks. And you're laying there trying to go to sleep, and you can, you've been in a hotel where you can hear the people in the next room mating. Well, here you can see right through the freaking walls. It's like, well, that's daring. Yeah, kind of weird down there in Mexico. You didn't need windows because there's little half-inch gaps in between each stick along the wall, so you could just see exactly what's going on outside. We're supposed to be. Wheels fell off the bus. I like that music they play on the bus. Ding, 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 ding. It's not what they play on the radios up here, It's like, wow, I didn't know they had that kind of music down here. It's pretty funny. Some of the music stuff it's not the basic mariachi. The guy told me in Mexico, when a baby boy is born, the father, he takes his pinky and he sticks it in the baby's butt. and if the baby cries, he'll be a man. If the baby doesn't cry, he'll be a mariachi. Stopped it. When they had wooden baths, the swings and wooden huts. Yeah, and when I took the bus from Cancun down to Tulum, we passed this. There was another pyramid we passed, but it was all covered with trees, and they were working on getting them off. I guess cleaning it up. I don't know if that's, that was 25 years ago. So, I would expect they'd be near finished, or at least on it. I wonder if Fenn had someone search for bugs in his house. No, I didn't put any bugs in. I haven't been to his house. No, there's nobody listening. But I think that the government's tried to figure out where it is. The FBI, the CIA, whatever. We got to find out where this thing is and get it, and so the government can have the whole thing. But they'd probably waste more money trying to figure out where it is than the treasure is worth. Government, they're messed up. Fenn obsessed. Yeah. Yeah, one reason I'm not out there, well, it's one reason. Another reason is this is the first day it's been over freezing in like a week and a half. It's 30, almost 39 degrees, man. We got a heat wave. What about the dust jacket? The dust jacket. Where's it go? Where did I go with it? Oh, it's right here on my computer. Right in here, the dust jacket. It says, in quotes, unlock the clues that are scattered among these pages, and you can go home with a bronze chest that is so full of gold and precious jewelry that it's almost too heavy for one person to carry. You can go home with it. It doesn't say you have to find it. Yeah, people are seeking his trove. They want to possess his trove. They think his trove, in the poem, they think the trove is the treasure. No, the trove is what he mentions right down here. Help celebrate the thrill of a breathtaking discovery. What have archaeologists and stuff around the world been, since Plato talked about Atlantis? And don't you think the discovery of the actual Atlantis and the Atlantean gods and stuff, don't you think that would be a breathtaking discovery? Something fit for Indiana Jones or National Treasure? This is what the movie National Treasure was about, except this is the real thing. You know? This is the real thing, is the only difference. It's finding these ancient ruins, the breathtaking discovery. Y'all don't understand how important a discovery it is. And it you know, likely to be years before the news even goes, hey, look what's been found. Because they're pretty ignorant. You know, they only know what they've been taught. And they haven't been taught what hadn't been discovered yet. And so a new discovery, you know, we hear about, oh, the emerald tablets of Thoth have been transcribed and stuff like that. But they don't, it was found in the 1930s, you know? And they finally just recently transcribed what was written in it. So you didn't really hear about it for that long. Because all the idiot archaeologists have to get and finally realize, by God, he's right. We're a bunch of fools. We got to admit this, or we'll go down as idiots. Most of them are idiots. You see these guys on that have the channels, Robert Spear and Hancock and all those people. All they are is a talking head telling you what these academics have come up. This is what the academics have found, and this is blah, 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 you know. But it's really hard to get the attention of the academics because it's very hard for them to see these features in the rocks and stuff while their head is up their butt. It's very difficult to see. That is why he concealed the cache. Concealed the cache. So the treasure is the treasure the cache, or are the runes the cache? The red point on page 111 is a big deal. What to do with the book now? Oh, I got the dust jacket off. I don't recognize it. 111. 111. Red dot. Oh, do not touch? He doesn't want you to destroy any of these figures that are out there. You know, it's like it's like the idiots that shot the nose off of the Sphinx. No, don't. It's not inside the rocks. Don't go busting open this archaeology. Don't destroy it. You know better. That's what that's about. You know better. You should know better than to scratch George Washington. You can touch it without scratching it. You can go out and search and enjoy what you find out there, but don't destroy it. And if you're going somewhere that's a little bit, that's a little dangerous, use a rope. Teachers with ropes. Use a rope. That's he's trying to tell you don't damage the art. And to be safe, use your head. Inside the museum, yeah. And yeah, in the front of the museum, when you first come in the museum and you start heading to the halls, the first hall on the left side is the ancient Egypt. You know, when you go in there, on the left, Terry Scant left side, not far. It's on the left side is the Egypt stuff, and Anubis is right there. When you look into the doorway of the drawing, kids all rope continuous. Second girl, U.S. Ruby Bridge is Ruby Bridge. Yeah. They say in this one's Forrest, and Forrest is the one that's not really holding the rope; it's just resting on his hand. I'm not gonna hold on to it. Ever wonder if there's a hidden message in the dust jacket? Special fiber with the book. It's not really a hidden message. It's plain and clear. Figure out the poem and you can go home with the treasure. It doesn't say you have to find it. It does not say you have to find the treasure. You have to find his cache or his trove or whatever you want to call it. You know, that's why in the treasure, my trove for all to seek. Trove, I thought we were talking about treasure, you know? So, oh my God, you're over here on the same wavelength. I don't know, you're on some nice blue waves down there. I think the ocean in, even in Florida, right there on the beach, is kind of green. It's kind of green on the California coast where Davio is. Me and Goldilocks would make a dangerous team. Yeah. Yeah. It's an art. It's a bronze. It's a sculpture. It's an Indian. Now, that's what he asked his students, you know, what is this? It's an art, it's a bronze, it's an Indian. So, and he, so when he talks about we, he might be talking about an inanimate object like his parachute or a rock. But, if you read it in the poem, he doesn't say you're going to find his treasure. The treasure is the prize for finding the trove. It was like Troy Barlow said about the proxy item. the proxy item, the proxy. Well, if a letter can be a proxy, an ancient archaeological sculpture can be a proxy also. You know, this is what you need to find. Forrest won't admit any of it. He's got rules that he made up before it started, and he can't confirm nothing. He can't end it early or nothing. It has to end as he laid out in his rules that he wrote up with his lawyer, you know. Do you know if Forrest is colorblind? Usually pilots can't be colorblind. I don't believe pilots are allowed to be colorblind. Pilots have to have excellent vision. Thank you. And Forrest has pretty good eyes, and even that, the autobiography that's in the chest is so small you need a magnifying glass or probably even a microscope to read it, you know. Rolled up in a scroll. And I think the Book of Thoth in Egypt, the one in Egypt, was a long papyrus, both sides of the papyrus, and long scroll. But it's well, I got it's up 57 degrees in here. My propane bottle ran out probably about 5 o'clock this morning, 5 or 6 this morning, and I got it in the car, and I got to make a trip to town to. Let me get my other propane bottle that's outside hooked up. I got 2 bottles. One's hooked up and runs the refrigerator and the stove, and the other one I bring inside and use it for the heater. And since that one went dead, I got a griddle on my gas stove, and I just leave the heat on under the griddle, and that heats that griddle up, and it's like a radiator. And it's slowly, it come up from 51 when I got up, and it's 57 now, just using the stove to heat. But that bottle outside has maybe a gallon in it, so I'm going to take both bottles and fill them both up. Uncorrected version, yeah. What? That's what Google says. Ask the little girl in India for help. The little girl in India can recognize an elephant, I'll tell you that. She'd know when she see an elephant in the room. More about a burnt tree being the proxy. No, it's not a burnt tree. I had him carved to like Moses. Moses, the Moses he has is a duplicate of the one that's halfway up the canyon wall where his plane crashed into the wall, the big fireball, the blaze. That's where Moses is. He's at where God, the hand of God, burned the 10 Commandments into the stone, cut those tablets out with the hand of God, the flame, the fire of, you know. Some people claim to be religious, but I got to teach. Why do I have to teach them about Moses and the burning bush, the blaze? Why do I have to teach people that claim to be religious about the burning bush? You should know that stuff. Yeah, I'm sure Forrest burnt a lot of bushes. With his fire stick. And F-100. And why is the D missing in knowledge? Well, his name's, Forrest Fenn, that's 2 F's. He got a lot of D's. I don't think he likes D's or F's. He really wanted some C's. But he was an ace when it came to flying. You know, they say, oh, I always got F's. He had to get straight A's to fly that airplane. He knew that airplane inside out. He knew everything about it. Because if he didn't know everything about it, he wouldn't have that job. But yeah, that's quite a being stranded. I mean, oh, my ride home, I had to jump out, and I'm in enemy territory. That's a scary, scary situation. Your life is over unless there's a miracle that happens. And he's had the miracle happen twice, apparently. If they don't, or 3 times, you know, cancer too. Children would have a chance if you didn't take commandments out of school, perhaps. Yeah. You know, the thing is with religion in school is that it can get out of hand. You know, there's a this is what they do and blah blah blah, but you tell them what all the different ones do, and you know, and you got to be honest about the barbarian Islamists. And they're barbarian Christians too, or people that claim to be Christian but they're barbarians. You know, a lot of them are in the Democrat Party. They created ISIS and all that, and started all these. You know, they're behind it all, and they're cleaning it up. Anderson Cooper's a pedophile. His whole family was pedophiles. His brother was killed in some pedophile act. Christian schools are everywhere. Keep out of public schools. Yeah. Yeah, all the school and they required vaccines to poison and destroy children, and it's like, no, fuck the school, you know. I tried to tell my son, screw the school, let's teach them at home. The hell with the school, the hell with the government. Tell the government to kiss my ass. Pledge of Allegiance, yeah, we did the Pledge of Allegiance. It's no big deal. I don't think Nancy Pelosi does the Pledge of Allegiance, you know. She wants to open up our borders to anybody that wants to come here. Anybody. Serial killers, rapists, you know. I've been charged with murder in Guatemala, so I have to come to America because Nancy told me I could come there and live in her sanctuary city, and I can kill people there too, and nobody do anything about it because I got Nancy's blessing. Yeah. Oh, the dust jacket is there's the key, you know, the key in the dust jacket. Unlock the clues that are scattered among these pages, and you can go home with a bronze chest that is so full of gold and precious jewelry that it's almost too heavy for one person to carry. You can go home with it. If you solve it, you can go home. You don't have to find it. If you solved it, you can go home with it. That's how you go straight to it, because the winner is, he gives title to the winner. I don't know if you've expected somebody to figure it out as far as I figured it out, but it's all about a waiting game, basically. But he said to grab all the bananas you can, and these artifacts are bananas. And so I'm 40,000 bananas ahead of everybody else. At least 40,000. I have 40,000 pictures, and some of those pictures got 40 figures in them, you know? So 40,000 times 40, that's over 1,000,000 figures I've found, 1,000,000 bananas. Okay? I thought I had, he said I needed 40 bananas, but I've got more than 40 bananas, and so it's like what his father dumped on him, all them bottle caps. And that's a good analogy. Chase about wagging the dog to her about wagging the dog. Winter propaganda is the highest ever. Yep. Some come to the area to work and cultivate a country and still live by your nation of origin and laws like a statutory town. Big lie. Yeah. California's a big one. I got the hell out of that state. They're money hungry. You can't drive down the street. They'll stop you and find a reason to steal money from you. That's mostly what a lot of traffic tickets are, is just theft. They're highway robbers. Some of this, and I only have trouble if I go to California. Anywhere else in this country, I'm a free person. But when I go to California, those Nazis they have there and their Nazi laws and all, you can't cough, Yeah, algebra, you take use Wolfram Alpha. Let's focus on the search in our similarity of being united by Forrest. He wants us to be at peace, I suggest. Forrest brought up with Barry Manilow and Suzanne Summers singing that song that the liberals had basically banned from media. You can't, it's cold outside or something. That thing, Forrest was like, what the hell, It's just an old Christmas song. Look at all the rap music about killing cops and shit. Jesus, if you're gonna take something down for its violence or its anti-social, take all that rap crap off. Censor that. Not Suzanne Summers and Barry Manilow. My God. They got their whole head up their ass and screwed on backwards. Yeah. And I saw someone else that surprised me that they, someone else that you really, when you see a liberal turning against the liberals because they finally see what they're doing, oh, somebody woke up. Yeah. The thrill of the chase, it's that thrill of discovery that's mentioned right here. You're watching The Fanatic. The Fanatic is not responsible for the comments of the viewers of the chat room. He would search if he could get out of his contract. BM the 200. If you like Latin music, that is. Yeah. The Coco Cabana. The Coco Cabana. So, 45 minutes, that's enough. You know, because I covered the subject and what this is about. And that dust jacket is what he has up his sleeve. It's a book sleeve. It's a dust jacket. It's a sleeve. Something up his sleeve. Somebody ask Forrest, what's up your sleeve? Oh, hi, Forrest. I don't know if he watches because my videos are kind of long. But, yep. I pretty much got, you know, people are waiting for the chest to be found. And it's not going to be found. The person who figures it out is going to go straight to it because they're going to be given instructions for going straight to it. And the thing is, if you're the winner, then you can go straight to it. You're the winner of the contest. Somebody does end up with the treasure, and there's no fraud, no, you know. The thing was that you have to, it's making the discovery of these artifacts left over from Atlantis. They could be, they're minimum 11,000 years old, but they could be 40,000 years old. We don't know. We'll begin instructions to go straight to it. We can't get ready. You can't go straight to it until he gives you title. You can't take it without the title. He covets the treasure. It's his. You got to pry it from my cold dead hands, said Charlton Heston / Moses. So, yeah, that's it. I got to go get my propane and stuff. Got up 57 degrees inside. Yeah. You know, the poem does lead to the area where these artifacts are, and these artifacts are spread throughout from the very beginning of the poem all the way to the end. These artifacts are there. I'd like to make the hike to where Warm Waters Halt one day, but it's an overnighter. I'd rather do that with a group. So maybe next summer, organize a hike to where Warm Waters Halt. I don't know if I've even found the parking lot yet there, where you're supposed to park, where the trailhead is to get there. But it's a 4.5 mile hike, so we'll hike in, enjoy the hot spring, and hike out the next day. Because 4.5 miles is enough for a day. Important literature, yeah. What's important literature? Yeah. I don't know if I got, you know, it might mean you're supposed to write a book about what you find. The literature is important. These archaeologists, they go out and discover the stuff, and it's all hidden in their, in their file drawers, you know, or whatever. They don't publish their findings, and maybe he's waiting. I got to publish it first, but I'm working on it. I'm not a book writer, so to say. I've republished a couple of books, and I just got a royalty check, and that I'm using to get my royalties from 2012 to present was $125 for 2 books. Yeah. So I'm gonna find out if I. So I got to, after I went and got my oil change, they quoted me a price for tires. And, yep, got it. The price was like $50 less than I'd pay at Discount Tires. So it was like, but I said, no, I'll get them next month, right? Within 24 hours after I told them I'll get them next month, I had 2 flats, 2 tires lost air, and I put the air back in. Surprisingly, they're holding air since then, but I decided, screw these tires, I'm getting the new ones, so I got an appointment. I got to get new tires this week. The royalties for my books help pay for some of that. Screwed on backwards. Huh. You find the trove, and he gives the title to the treasure, is what happens. He didn't leave it out there where these things would get. Oh, man, it's too precious to leave out there in the wild, you know? It's sitting on a shelf or in the trunk of that Plymouth or whatever. Maybe it could be in a crate. You put it in a wood crate. Nobody knows what's in the wood crate. They just know this belongs to so-and-so. Is my treasure, yeah, good, yeah. I ain't got no treasure. I got my parrot and my dog. I can't find a woman on the planet that gives a shit enough about me to share this life with me. So, I got a lot of teasers. You know, a lot of them want. You know, if I had the treasure, yeah, they'd be here giving me lap dances. But, you know, they want you to find the treasure first. They don't want to be a part of finding it. They want you to have it first. And I know when that's the case, it's about the money and about the treasure. It ain't about no love. Yeah. You know, say if we can't figure out what, no, we got them figured out pretty much. If I'm not right, then where is she, you know? There ain't no love. Everybody just wants that treasure. I hope to find love before the treasure, but they want you to have the treasure first, so that means there is no love. Yeah, it's like that. Money's the root. Yeah, if you ain't got the money, you can't get your teeth fixed. You know, it's weekends, but I got to make a call tomorrow. There's a place I can probably get a discount at least because I'm. You know, because my Social Security and age. But, because, yeah, I went to the dentist. They're talking like $20,000. Like, you know, it's more, a few $1,000s more than I get in a year. You know, and really, I think dentures that can be made for $100, $200. You know, these people think that they're Picassos or something. You got 3D printers and stuff. It basically, you know, what you just put a camera in mouth, it takes a picture and you 3D print what you're missing. You know, you do a lot better job than what they do. You can make them thinner and stronger and yeah. Yeah, I was going over the dust jacket that says it's a contest. Basically, it says it's a contest. And the winner can go home with this brand new Cadillac. You know, they have to give you the title to it. You have to be the winner. And hopefully I didn't break any 10 commandments or you know, I think finding it is the key, and there shouldn't be any disqualifying for because some cowboy punch you in the face and you call him a fucktard, you know. So that shouldn't be a disqualifier, calling a fucktard a fucktard, or a poop. And I asked him to apologize. He wouldn't apologize, so he's still a fucktard and a poop. We have so much better machinery than 100 years ago. Yeah, in the woods and find all this crazy. Yeah. I found an oil filter with my metal detector in the spot I was looking. Oil filter was like this big, you know. Yeah, like this big around. It was a big oil filter. I figure it was some lumbering machine or something that had that oil filter, some tractor. I'm going to take all the posters I have up to a gallery up in Denver. When I feel like, you know, I can drive some distance to go do things. I don't want to. I like to rest. I don't want to go drive every day. You know, I like to drive maybe twice a week. I don't really enjoy road trips that much, and I got to do too much driving. It's 100 and something miles to go visit my grandkids. It's 70, 80 miles to the treasure area, you know. Hey, you, right? Yeah, gold? Missing 10,000 pounds in the deep woods. And you look at it and say, how? Yeah, like the Model A cow, the Buffalo Cowboys car, you know. Another tip. If you don't have the book, think about how ridiculous your questions might be, you know? Experienced searchers, my God, read the book before you ask about it. You don't know. You don't even know what you're talking about. You know? You look like a fool if you ask questions before you read the book. Where do I get the book? That's the only question somebody who hadn't read the book should be asking. Where do I get the book? Okay, we'll tell you that. But, and after that, if somebody has to give you the answers, you're not going to find it. You don't have the capacity to figure it out for yourself. because somebody who does have the capacity to figure it out for themselves is going to figure it out for themselves. And you're not going to have that final answer they had, you know, because it's figure it out for yourself. Read. Yeah, I figured out. I'm on it, and I'm collecting the bananas, and I'm way ahead of the rest of the pack. As you know, eating my dust. They're still eating my first bit of dust trails, you know. And Forrest, I don't know if somebody's going to say where they found it. I might not. It turns out to be a contest, and got to go pick it up somewhere. I just might not tell you exactly where I found it or where I got it, and I could even I could even do a little acting. Never heard of get. So I'm trying to. What the hell are they talking about? This is Holly from Maryland. Purd. Purd is Holly. Yes. Golden income trading. Golden income. 5 years. Where Tommy? I think it is a true indulgence. Yeah, it is a story. Then ate a little rock. Yeah, my brother ate a lot of rocks. I suspect you're fishing again. Who's fishing? I'm not fishing. I've caught my limit. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if Ron, yeah, all them rocks, he'll poop out little statues or what, you know. Okay. I think that's an hour. And so I did an extra 15 minutes. Wow, man. The limey. Yeah. I'm done. We'll see ya. Have a nice day. I gotta go get some propane. Go Tractor Supply. Bye-bye. Good luck.